The best way to prevent illness is by getting fit. I don't think this is talked about enough, but when you actually work out, when you focus on your fitness, when you get your diet on track and you're eating good foods, you don't get ill. This is the first time I've been ill in maybe about a year. And it's literally a little sniffle. That's it. And it will go in the next day or two. It's crazy, when you actually prioritize lifting weights, doing cardio or making sure you get your steps in, going outside, getting sunlight, when you maximize your testosterone levels as much as you naturally can, when you eat the good, whole, clean foods like the meat, the eggs, the fruit, the vegetables, you're making sure you're eating all the macronutrients as well as the micronutrients that your body needs. Basically, when you just lock in on your health and your fitness, you don't get ill. You genuinely don't get any colds. I genuinely cannot remember the last time I had a cold. Obviously right now, but that's why I'm making this video, because it surprised me so much that I've got this little illness here. And it's it's literally going to last a few days. And that's the beauty of fitness. It's not always just about being able to look in the mirror and smile, being able to take off your shirt at the beach and smile, which is probably one of the best feelings you could possibly have, first of all. But it's more than that. It's adding years to your life. It's actually being happier and healthier. You are literally going to have less days where you're under the weather, having to sleep in and having to, just feel ill. No one wants to feel ill. Whenever, I think you will probably relate to this, when you are healthy, you take that for granted. Because when you do have a cold or when you have a sore throat, whatever, you feel so horrible. Like, genuinely, it's such a horrible feeling to feel ill. So for the small short-term little illnesses like having a cold or having the flu, whatever, you can literally completely reduce it by 95% if you just focus on fitness, if you just improve your sleep, if you just make sure you go outside and get sunlight, make sure you get your steps in, make sure you lift weights. It's the benefits of getting into shape, the benefits of training, the benefits of doing cardio are literally endless. You don't just get an amazing physique like this. That's one cog in the whole clock tower, okay? You get a great physique. Amazing. You're going to get more attraction from the opposite sex. You're going to be more confident. You're going to look better. That's one thing. Then you're going to live on the planet for longer. I mean, that benefit alone is or should be enough to get you into the gym, start lifting weights. That benefit alone should get you to start doing cardio and pattern up your diet. But there's even more. You don't get ill as often. You are more likely to fight cancer off. You are less likely to die from car accidents, etc. because muscle literally protects you. There's been so many stories of people having muscle mass, and that is the reason they are still living and they beat cancer. There has been so many stories of people having muscle mass and not completely destroying their back vertebrae because they have muscle. It's crazy. There's so many times where people, maybe they actually improve their cardiovascular ability and they survive incidences because of their health, because of their cardiovascular ability. They're able to run faster. They're able to, jump over an obstacle that would have killed them if they couldn't. So many little niche little things that have happened. And there's been so many people who have lost their lives, literally don't live anymore because they never focused on their cardiovascular health, because they never focused on their diet. And I'm not saying you have to become the next Usain Bolt, always eat the clean whole foods, always train. I'm not saying that. But you getting into the gym, training 3 times a week, eating the 70-30, 80-20 diet where you eat the real whole foods most of the time and enjoy the junk foods here and there. And when you do all of these things, you're having all the benefits. You're building an aesthetic physique. You're looking absolutely jacked. But then you're also living longer. But then you're also not getting ill. And that is so amazing. There is literally so many benefits to just getting into shape. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't take the chance, the jump of just getting into the gym, working out. It is going to change your life if you start. I can promise you, it will change your life if you start. Right now, today, you could say, you know what? I'm not going to become the next Usain Bolt. I'm not going to become the next Ronnie Coleman. But what I can do is in the next few months, I could build a habit. I could build multiple habits, which will add years onto my life, which will mean I will live on this planet for longer. I can hug my family for longer. I can see my loved ones for longer. I can experience the beauty of life for longer. And during that time of adding years to your life, you will have higher quality of life because you're less likely to get ill. You're less likely to contract diseases. You're less likely to contract health problems, whatever. All because you ate a bit better. All because you threw around some weights here and there. All because you improved your cardiovascular health by doing a bit of cardio or just getting more steps in. And it's not just about building the aesthetic physique. I know, to me, that is so important. To many people, that might not be important. And I say to them, it's not always about building the most aesthetic physique. It's also being able to see your children for a few years longer. Being able to go a year without even having a cold. I mean, I genuinely can't say anything else. If this doesn't make you get into the gym a bit, train. If this doesn't make you go and focus on your lungs, your intestines inside of you, then I don't know what I can say. And I'm not telling you need to go and only eat lettuce for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that. But maybe having 4 out of your 5 meals a day of the clean whole foods, well, that's probably going to be a benefit. Or maybe just going to the gym 3 times a week and pushing some weights, that's probably going to benefit you. And it's crazy. I know I'm ill right now, so it seems as if like I'm just contradicting myself. But the reason I'm making this is because it is so crazy and weird for me to get ill now. Because I've focused on my health. I don't get colds. I don't get ill. It's been years since I've had a cold. Do you understand that? The average person, you go and see someone in winter. Every single person just has sniffles. Everyone is coughing. Everyone's sneezing. When you focus on your fitness and your health, even during winter, you don't really get ill. Your immune system is so much stronger. And I mean, that is, for me, so amazing. I mean, being able to wake up every day, not feeling sluggish, lethargic, and not having a horrible cough and having a sore throat where you can't eat food. Yeah, I would rather skip out on that. And you know what? I would also like to live on this planet for a bit longer. And you know what? While I'm living on this planet a bit longer, I'm going to make sure I actually look good when I look in the mirror. I'm going to make sure that, when I take my shirt off at the beach, I don't feel ashamed. Oh, I'm also going to make sure that my lungs, my pancreas, my small and large intestines, I'm going to make sure they're all good. I'm going to make sure my heart is pumping well. That's what I'm going to make sure. And obviously there are people who are healthy and horrible things happen. They still contract cancer and stuff like that. But it is so much less likely if you focus on your fitness, if you focus on your health, if you go and build an aesthetic physique, if you go and eat the right foods most of the time, if you go and increase your steps by a few thousand, if you go and do cardio a few times a week. All of this can prevent your death. Well, obviously, prolong the life you live on this earth. And to me, that is all I really need to hear to focus on my health and fitness. Just a disclaimer. In the description is my full aesthetic body course, which got me looking like this. And it's basically 6 hours of me giving my full advice, knowledge on how to build the aesthetic physique, how to get into shape, how to build muscle, how to stay lean, how to get to a low body fat percentage, my mistakes that I made that you can bypass. And then on top of all of that, it has core modules on really niche topics that you probably are wondering about and you don't really know the answers to. For example, how to stay motivated, how to stay consistent, how to take good pictures of your new physique that you've got, how to be healthy. All these little niche things, they're answered. On top of all of that, there is also me giving my exact diet and workout plan, which got me lean, which lost me over 13 kg, which built me loads and loads of muscle mass. Then, on top of all of that, it has me doing all of the exercises in the gym that I've suggested to you, so you know what the form looks like, so you know exactly what you need to do when you get into the gym to build muscle, lose fat, and yeah, go and check it out. It is the only course I would ever give to the younger me to get in the best shape of his life, because, I mean, there was so much advice out there and nothing else worked. I went through the trials and tribulations, so you don't have to. 5 years of training now, 5 years of working on my fitness, researching fitness. I know a lot. Go and check it out. It's the first link in the description.